Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Learn Brizy Cloud with JP. I want to quickly talk a little bit in this short tips video about absolute positioning. It's one of the things I actually stay away from, absolute and fixed positioning, because it can get a little bit hicky. But I was working on a website last week and some of the design, you see this yellow twirl there, as well as this paintbrush stroke, that purple one, as well as this one over here, and I think at the bottom there's a little squiggly, dwiggly thing again there. These are separate elements. They are not part of the background. And I sat down and I decided I'm going to dive into this absolute positioning and I'm going to make it work. And I got it to work, but there's a few things here that I really need to point out. It can help you elevate a little bit of your design, but Brizy has a few snags here and there that can be very frustrating. So let me show you how to do that. I've made this page quickly within Brizy Cloud. And what you need to do is bring in the image element or the design element as an image where you want to use it. Don't get caught up in where should you place it. You can put it anywhere. I have here a column with the image. What I will just do is put the image inside that column as well. You can really actually put it almost anywhere, but put it as close as possible to the place where you want it to appear. Let's load the image, and then Windows 11 is giving me lately not displays of my PNGs. It looks like that. Very important, it has to be a PNG with a transparent background. I'll just put it on original because I like it, and then let's just make it a little bit smaller so I know what I'm working with from the beginning. Give me my arrow. Arrow, where is the arrow? No, not there. There we go. So I'll drag it a little bit smaller. From here, go to settings and then styling. And then you will see under styling here at the very bottom, it says position, currently set to none. And you have these two options, absolute and fixed. In this video, we just talk about absolute. Select absolute and you will see it jumps a little bit smaller there. And then you have a lot of new options that appear down here. I'll quickly show you these three, and then I'm going to show you how it can be done much easier. First of all, you have control over the width in percentage and pixel. I couldn't find a surefire way to make sure I like it the way I wanted. In the end, I settled on percentage. And what you do is you just drag it and you can see how it goes up and down, of course. It goes to 100. I'm pretty sure it can go bigger than 100. Let's try. Yeah, it can. So you have to type that in. It's a pity that the slider only goes to 100. Really wish it can go up to maybe like 300. Good, but we're going to keep it at 100. I think that's actually a pretty good size for this one. With the horizontal offset as well as the vertical offset, you have these anchor points from which side the offset will happen. Don't care about what I just said, just look at how it looks on screen as you drag the slider. If you drag it to the right, it moves to the right. And if you drag it to the left, it moves to the left. And the offset is where you had placed it originally in that column. And then vertical, same thing. To the right goes down and to the left goes up. So I can move it, let's say I want it over that image like so. And then let's make it bigger. I'll put in 150. And then we move it a little bit to the left and a little bit up. There you go. And that is very convenient. But let me tell you, there's a much easier way. So let's do the following. Let's put the horizontal offset back to 0 and vertical offset back to 0 by typing in 0, 0. And then for the width, let's put that on 100. With that image selected like it is, you will see the little dot for the bounding box. You can simply click on it, hold and drag it. Amazing, right? Look at that. And you can still resize by clicking it and getting the handles back. That's far easier than all those things I had just shown you. So if we go back to the styling, you will now see all those values are updated here. Leave these guys alone, just work on screen. However, there is a major problem with this when you go to tablet and mobile. And then you will need to come back to these two. For example, if I had decided to put this design element all the way, let's say, to my left in my viewport. The following will happen when I go to tablet. So Control Command minus to cycle through. And if I go up to where that lady is, you're not going to see the design element. It's off screen. It's not going to display. This confounded me at the very beginning. So let's go back, Control plus, Command plus. And what I figured out to do in this event, select it, go to your styling, and with this open, lock it. That's the best way. You see the little lock up there in the top right-hand corner. It's going to keep it there. Now, do not go anywhere else. Use the shortcut key Control Command minus to cycle down. And you will see it's still gone, but now you have the values here, still open. So what I will do is I will put it back to 0 so I can get it back in frame. And if I scroll up now, you'll see there it appears. Now I can click and drag again, and I can reposition it. Same thing, don't exit, don't click on anything else. Go down to mobile, Control Command minus. And again, I will put in here 0 and 0 in the horizontal and vertical offset. It's back there. I can scroll it, and I can reposition it. Question is, Louise, how will it now look if we go back to tablet and desktop? Did it affect it? Let's have a look. Control plus, Command plus, Control plus, Command plus. It didn't. However, I did find, and I'll unlock my sidebar options. I did find if you go ahead and you move it around now on desktop, it may affect tablet and mobile. So make sure it looks good on your desktop. Then you go to tablet, keep your sidebar open, put your values back to 0, and then you do the same when you go to mobile device. And that's going to be as good as it gets. That's the short tips for you this week from me, JP. Go well and stay safe.